All right, today we're heading to Barcelona to dive into the story of the Santa Caterina market. Now, this isn't just a place to buy groceries, it's a true living mosaic, and you'll soon see why. So, let me ask you a question. What if a building could actually tell you a story just by looking at its roof? Sounds a little bit like a fairy tale, right? Well, take a look at this. In Barcelona, there's a building that does exactly that. And no, that's not just some random colorful pattern. It's the absolutely spectacular flowing roof of the Santa Caterina market, and it gives you a taste of everything that's happening right underneath it. So let's get into it. How did this masterpiece get its face? We've got to start with its most famous feature, that incredible one-of-a-kind roof. Okay, so the thinking behind this is just brilliant. The late architect Enric Morales, he imagined this massive, sweeping wave of ceramic tiles as a giant mosaic. He used what he called allegorical imagery, which is a fancy way of saying the roof is a colorful echo of all the fresh fruits and vegetables being sold down below. It's meant to be an urban frontispiece, basically a bold public face that makes the market a landmark you can literally spot from the sky. But as amazing as that roof is, and believe me, it is, the real magic, well, that's happening underneath it. So let's go inside and explore the incredible life under that canopy. I love this quote from a local tour guide. Some people travel for monuments, I travel for markets. It just perfectly captures the spirit of this place. It's a destination not just for its architecture, but for the culture and the community it holds inside. And that's the key thing here. This is not a tourist trap. It's the real deal, an authentic neighborhood hub. It's a locals market where people are doing their daily shopping, catching up with neighbors, and just taking a little break from their day. And this really shows you the two sides of the coin here, right? On one hand, you've got this vibrant commerce, stalls just overflowing with the most colorful produce you've ever seen. But on the other, you have this really strong sense of community. You know, people grabbing a glass of cava or a coffee at a market bar. It's genuinely a place where life happens. And the food. Oh man, the food is the heart and soul of this place. You're gonna find the absolute best of Catalan produce. We're talking incredible seasonal tomatoes, amazing seafood like ventresca, which is this prized cut of tuna belly, and salted cod that's used in classic dishes like esqueixada. You've got amazing cured goat's milk cheeses, and you might even see locals drinking wine from a perón, which is this traditional glass pitcher. It's a total sensory overload in the best way possible. Okay, but to really get this place, we need to peel back the layers. Because this single spot has a history that goes back way, way further than you'd probably think. I mean, this one city block has seen so much change. It all started way back in the 13th century as a monastery. After a fire in the 1800s, it was torn down, and in 1848, the city built its very first covered market right here. For decades, it was a lifeline, especially after the war. But then, as supermarkets started popping up everywhere, the market fell into decline, which eventually led to the huge renovation we see today, finished up in 2005. So, that big renovation, it wasn't just about looking forward. It actually uncovered a way, way deeper past. Let's dig into the history that was literally right there, just beneath their feet. This part is just incredible. As the construction crews were working on the new foundation, they started unearthing archaeological remains. And we're not talking a few hundred years. They found layers dating back nearly 4,000 years, all the way from the Bronze Age, through Roman times, and up to the medieval convent. So what on earth do you do with the discovery like that? Well, the architects embraced this really cool concept called present continuous. The idea is that the past and the present should be in a constant conversation. You don't just erase the old stuff. You mix with it, you build on it, you let it be part of the new story. And that is exactly what they did. They didn't just rip out the ruins. No way. They carefully preserved them. And today, you can actually go down into the market's basement and see these archaeological layers for yourself. They're now an official part of the Barcelona History Museum. The past is literally holding up the present. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Because the story of Santa Caterina, it's bigger than just one building. It's a really powerful model for how we can think about bringing our own cities back to life. This all boils down to a key idea in urban planning: adaptive reuse. It's simply the process of taking old buildings and giving them a new purpose, all while holding on to their history. And it's a huge deal for sustainability. It saves energy, reduces waste, and, maybe most importantly, it preserves a city's memory, its unique character. I mean, just look at the transformation here. Before, you had this dim, aging market with a plain old metal roof, and it was slowly fading away. And after? Wow, it became this vibrant public space, an iconic symbol for the whole city that just seamlessly weaves together shopping, incredible architecture, and thousands of years of history. So, you see, the story of Santa Caterina really shows us that looking back at our past can be one of the best ways to build a more vibrant future. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? What hidden histories are just waiting to be rediscovered right there where you live?